Welcome back, everyone. Going in the second half here of Court of Swords. Adam, I think before we get started, we should probably discuss what the fuck is max HP? Max's HP, I should say.
That's
not
true.
max HP. Yeah.
Max HP, well, I don't know. It's like whatever your level is, plus your constitution modifier times.
How does this work, Adam?
Result.
It's been 110 episodes. I don't get it. I have a maximum? You mean it doesn't just go forever? How does this work?
How many HP would you have if you got 10 on every die from level 1, Mahari? You'd have like 200 and something maybe?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. That's your max HP.
Yeah.
What Berg's max HP is? Yeah, because he took some necrotic damage. I don't keep track of players' hit points for them. So.
I didn't think you did. It's more like, hey, chat, what is Max's HP from the show before he lost his maximum HP down? Because
the thing is, we had the necrotic, we had the reduced, HP from necrotic damage. I've rested since then, so I'm trying to figure out where the.
Have you bumped up your constitution?
Oh God! Don't start with that.
Let's not start with that. Maybe we should start with that, but let's not go there yet. There's an easier way to do this, and I'll just pull.
Well, wasn't there? Did any of my like stats take a hit too because of any of the damage that was? Okay, I didn't know if there was like a temporary.
I
put it to 94 right now because somebody said that it was.
I think it's 94. Let's leave it at 94 now, and we'll take a look.
That's
at
what I'm figuring.
Like
for now, we'll leave it at 94, and it was around there, something like that.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that's agreeable to me because it's not my character, so I agree.
Shut up, Mr. 147 hit points.
It's true. Not everyone can be super healthy.
Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, you'd have 91.
Yeah.
Super healty.
And he also took the tough.
I mean,
he has the tough.
Yeah,
thing.
to be fair, Maharib is supernaturally constitutional. That's not the word that fits.
We talked about the Constitution.
The Constitution.
Adam. All right. Amendment 1, Maharib fuck shit up. Amendment number 2.
This is a great Constitution. I fucking love it.
Maharib upholds the Constitution at any cost.
Oh God.
Yeah. Excellent. All right. Yeah, I think 94 seems like a reasonable amount of big hit points to have. That's
okay. You have the tough feat, Max?
He does.
Yes, I believe.
Okay, then you're in the hundreds.
Oh. Did I take the tough feat? I feel like I did.
Oh, should be around 119 if you have toughness.
Everybody gets one of these conversations on how many hit points they're supposed to have.
We'll save it for the post show.
JP's had his.
We'll save it for the post show.
Yeah, we can figure it out.
I don't need to do that, man. I wasn't sure how we were going to spend the next 2 hours, but if you want to talk about hit points, I'm ready. I'm ready for it. We can do that.
Just set it to 94. We'll discuss in the post show.
Well,
for now, I think, I just can't remember whether or not I took the tough feat. If I did, I certainly didn't put on my character sheet, which does not sound like something I wouldn't do.
God damn it, Max.
Sounds like something I would do. How did I decide to describe it that way?
Okay, go back to the character master. Start at level 1.
That's right. Start level 1. We're just rebuilding Berg from the ground up with the same stats. That's right. You have to make a new character.
94 HP on episode 114. That's accurate. That's
Berg
right before
V2.
we got him. So there you go. 94.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Cool.
All right. So, how long does it take before the drinking and eating stops being entertaining and stops being fun? How long before you start to worry? Time passes. Hours pass.
I think I said to Berg when we had a conversation, like if it's more than 2 days, then we'll go start looking for.
Okay, yeah. So you're gonna give Broken Promises like a good amount of time. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I mean I've dealt with mercenaries and I know what it's like to infiltrate a thing, so I know it's not like an hour job. You don't just walk in and say, "All right, we got the whole thing. Let's get out of here." Just walk out with a body. So
yeah. So. The cycle ends. The current cycle finishes. The moon becomes ascendant. Anyone who was killed in a bar fight or by an accident or whatever, any dead person in the bar is returned to life, and shifts begin to change. The soldiers get up and tearfully bid their new best friend Ramus Krail goodbye. And return to duty. So there's a period of about an hour where the bar itself is quiet, and the attendants come down from the rooms. They come out and they start to clean the place. They start to, pick up the jugs of ale that lie empty on the floor. They start to reorganize the furniture to allow for the next shift of soldiers to come. And so the four of you are just at a table together. I think, Ramus, you've got all your stuff around you. You'll have to find something to do with it. But things have quieted down, and and I think that we return on that scene of some kind of like bustle around you, but blurred in the background of the employees of this place, putting everything back together. What is that moment like? Are you just sitting like quietly, not talking? Are you in the midst of a conversation?
Currently, I'm bitching out JP that I did set it to 94 as far as my HP, and his system that's supposed to update automatically apparently has not. So you can go fuck yourself, JP.
This is just bouncing off of me and going straight to Barry. It's the avenue of JP where everything just completely is misdirected.
Man.
Yeah. JP and I actually bought Barry a new house. It just happens to be under a bus. So
it's true. Barry is Oscar the Grouch, believe it or not. He's British. It's the British version of Oscar the Grouch. He's just
passing that bug like John Elway, dude.
So I think there is this sort of this quiet of you kind of like all maybe lost in thought, thinking about what's gonna happen next. When the door to the place, it's just like open. We see a figure step inside. They are dressed all in black, to the point where we can't really make out like they're like an absence of light. Whatever they're wearing is absorbing the dim light in here, the green light. They have a cloak around their shoulders. They don't have a hood on, but they have a mask on their face, just a featureless, like a black mask. And we see this person enter the room, and the staff, they just walk in. The staff all look at this person and look at each other like something is not right about this. This person shouldn't be here, or they know them, or something. None of you recognize this person.
Any insignia?
Amira reaches for the sword. Like something's tense. What's going on?
Yeah. Any insignia that they're adorned with? Do you recognize?
No.
Okay, I'll sit there and watch him see what he does.
Okay, yeah.
He or she does, rather.
They approach your table, start walking towards you. Their footsteps make no sound on the boards of the floor. They move with a preternatural fluidity. There's something unusual about the way that they move into the room, and they just sort of float towards you.
Okay. Are me and Berg still at the same table, I assume? And Ramus is still kind of...
Yeah. I mean, I think you're all at the same table now because there's no one else in here now.
Okay. Yeah, I think... I'm sure it's probably pretty quiet in the room, but under my breath, I just kind of say, like, stay ready. And then I stand up and kind of turn to him as if he's walking straight towards us.
Yeah. Yeah. So he stops. And doesn't say anything. Puts his hands up. Yes. And then turns one hand, palm up towards you, and gestures. Come with me. And then turns, and with the same fluid grace, moves back towards the door.
I want to make an insight check, but I have nothing to check for insight on.
Yeah, right. There's no way to tell. Yeah, you're just like, it'd be like reflecting your own anxiety. Be like, what am I feeling? Can I insight check myself? Because no idea.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Was it all black? You said like completely black.
Yeah.
So this is like some Kingdom Hearts shit.
I don't know. A shadowy creature.
All right, so in Kingdom Hearts, there's 13.
So that's what we're gonna do with the next 2 hours. I see.
I turn around to Ramus and Berg with my focus on Ramus Bergen and Marin with my focus on Ramus and say, do we trust him?
In my experience, when someone comes in that doesn't touch the floor and tells you to follow them, it's probably a good idea to follow them.
Fair enough. Are the two of you coming?
Can you guys grab a bag of this stuff for me? I need to.
I will carry what.
If you could take one bag, Maharib and Berg take another.
I'll carry it if I can keep it.
You can have it. I can't hold all this.
So benevolent.
If it means we're going.
Yeah,
Yes, we're going, Berg.
I grab as much money as I can.
It's more goods, right? Like Ramus cleared out their pockets pretty quickly, and then people started like bargaining their clothes and their shoes and their swords and like miscellaneous stuff. So
Do I get a cool magical sword or something, or a magical item?
no. Ramus talk about that for the magic item. Ramus has got a cool magic necklace now.
Yeah.
So you head to the door.
Yeah, I grab something. If it's not a bag of gold, then it's some sort of expensive, like just grab as many necklaces or jewelry pieces as I can and like stuff
I feel
it in
like
my
Ramus,
bag.
you're like wearing a bunch of it, right? Like you're
Walking
wearing
out
most
like
of the
Mr.
good
T.
stuff. Yeah.
I'm jingling as I move because I'm wearing so many necklaces and stuff.
You stepping in someone's
I'm
like
the richest man in town.
wearing a pair of their
Yeah.
Void Jordans.
I think he takes a couple steps.
Oh man.
Jordan.
Shit, yeah. I would be all over that.
I think
They're
he
VCs.
takes a bunch, like 3 or 4 steps, and I realize like this is not like appropriate for a potential fight. So I just like grab the necklaces around his neck, which is probably 4 or 5 inches deep at this point, and just like shove them into my bag.
Yeah, just come here. Okay.
Oh,
This is a moment of inventory shuffling.
Yeah,
And then you follow.
I'm just gonna put
outside?
a handful of jewelry. What should I put on the character?
Like Ramus's riches. Like how much money do we figure you have left in sort of like fluid numbers, Ramus? Like 12,000,
12,000.
11,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, my armor is
You
only
had
$2,000.
14,000 and you spent
1,400
1,200 on armor. Yeah, 1,400 on the armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You get armor?
you just
Yeah.
divide that much money in however many people are carrying it, right? So how much money how much goods, how much stuff do you keep on you, Ramus?
So like each of us has like 4,000 stuff worth of stuff.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
So you can just write it as like just put 4,000 gold on there because it's not actually gold, but it's trade goods worth that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put Ramus's riches and worth 4 gold or worth 4,000.
Okay. All right. So you head out, and this figure is just standing there. We're just a little past, like maybe an hour, maybe a little less past moon ascendant. So the sun is hanging overhead like a great green eyeball, and its pupil is slowly moving past the midpoint. So it's starting to turn. And under the eye of the great green sun, there is a slight kind of clearing out in front of this building, right, where the staff would have been sweeping the front, setting up these tables, but they've all fled. And in this open area, you just see this black-clad figure standing, the faint breeze sort of fluttering at its cape. Impassive, matte black, like obsidian face just turned towards the door. And it seems to be alone. There's nothing out here that you can see.
I turn to Ramus and say, "Is there anything you can do to see if we're walking into a trap?"
Not really. I don't know where we're going.
All right. Well, hopefully this is an acquaintance of broken promises. It's been some time. She tends to deal in means as this. We'll see what happens. Be on your guard, though. Yeah, so I follow along.
Okay. Yeah. So you just walk out. Once you're all outside of the tea house, figure reaches into a pocket within their cloak or something. Their hand disappears and then returns, and in the palm of their hand is a crystalline object, a 5-sided pyramid made out of some kind of black glass, and they hold it out in front of them, and then kneel down and place it on the ground. And they stand, and they take a few steps back before silently, there's no sound, clapping their hands once. And you watch as the pyramid opens and unfolds until it is a 5-sided irregular pentagon on the ground, made of seemingly the same material as this figure. It's maybe like 3 or 4 feet to a side. It's not large. And the figure then bows at the waist and with both hands reaches into the darkness. They disappear down to the elbows. And as they stand, they lift with them a figure. They're pulling them up out of this hole in the ground, cradling them with a strength that it belies their frame, right? They look thin and kind of frail, but they're lifting this person like with both hands, no problem. And so they lift up, and we see, I think all of you recognize them. You see Little Action. He is unconscious. He's wrapped in like a blanket, like a ratty blanket, and he is like shivering violently. And so he just like lifts him up out of the darkness, and he turns and just holds him out like, somebody take this from me.
Yeah, I hustle over, grab the body.
Okay, sure, yeah. So he's alive. Emaciated, naked, save for the blanket wrapped around him, and he's just like shaking. He looks up at you with like blind eyes. It's like he can't see you. And then the figure again puts his hands up, and this time reaches out and splays its fingers, and from its fingertips, thin lines fall into the darkness. So like these little like fishing line kind of wires drift down, and then slowly pulling in little bits, it lifts from the dark a second figure. Now, this figure has seen better days. It is the weightless, like broken bone, dull hanging body of Yotazo. And he has been the body has not been treated well. You can see that many of the bones are broken. His head is hanging limp backwards, his trunk down to one side. One of his tusks has been shattered off. He's missing an eye. And he's just nude entirely. And the body is lifted up and then carried away from the hole and just dropped on the ground. It's just like a dusty as the body lands. Ymira looks at you, Maharib, like to gauge she's making an insight check on you.
I'm currently, when he brings up Yoda's body, my back is turned towards it as I'm carrying the first still live body.
Yeah, you're holding him
towards Ramus, and kind of saying, he seems to be fine. You should look over him. I think that's when I hear like the second body drop.
A thump.
Yeah, and it occurs to me that's probably Yota. So, without turning, I hear the body drop, and my eyes just kind of like shut while I'm still waiting for Ramus to either take Little Action's body from me or somehow perform a check or something like that before I turn around.
Yeah, Ramus.
Yeah, I'll look over Little Action to see like the medicine check if there's anything wrong with him.
Make a medicine check.
15.
God, he's had a long life. He's been in prison. Have you ever known anybody going through like really bad like drug withdrawal?
Yeah, I think
Have you ever seen
me and
those things
me and-
before?
me and Berg were when we were locked away together. There was definitely like a few people in there that were addicts of some sort that were. We see them jonesing for some drugs after
now
a
that
while.
I think about it, the idea of breaking an addiction, it would fall into the purview of the tower, right? Because the tower is about giving up on the things that you think you need, but that you don't need. So like the tower would have like addiction specialists to be like, no, I know you think like your body is telling you need these things, but you don't. Let them go, right? Embrace the tower. Yeah. So like, okay, yeah. I mean, that's what's happening. Little Action is suffering from a deep, like magical withdrawal. And I think that as you look him over, I don't know, maybe like Maharib, you laid him down on one of the tables or something, and he's like curled up in the fetal position. When you come over, he looks up at you and he sees you, and he says, he's like mutters like, Ramus?
It's been a long time. Do you remember much of what happened?
The darkness. Beast. I feel like I'm on fire, Ramus. He like looks up at you and he's just like trembling and sweaty.
Kill him.
I know you're withdrawing from the juice. We'll find you something to help.
Do you have any?
I can get you some. We can buy some.
There has to be some around here. You have to have something. And he's like weakly like reaching for you, and he's like starting to cry.
Think. I would like to try casting a spell on him to see if he can absorb the power of the spell.
Interesting.
Yeah. I would like to try to cast Lesser Restoration on him, just to see if it gives him like a hint of juice in that way.
Ramus?
Right.
It's like it's being used in a way that it's not really, but we're in a different place, and it's yeah.
I mean, you're just like, I'm gonna try it and see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Make a religion check. Let's see if the gods can hear you down here.
23.
Okay. So you say a prayer, a prayer of restoration, and you lay hands on him. I don't think that the spell itself, like Lesser Restoration, doesn't cure addiction, right? It cures blindness, deafness, paralysis, and poison. But I think it's enough to abate the magical energy of it, and the spell itself is enough to abate the worst of the symptoms. So he's not poisoned now, but his addiction will poison him again later if he doesn't get more stuff. But yeah, you see his eyes kind of like roll back in his head, and he lets out a sigh, and he kind of like goes limp and just like lies there like shivering. But he doesn't seem to be in pain anymore.
Looks like that did something. We'll find you more.
Yeah, and when you turn to look, this is when Maharib, you're turning around to see, and so you see the shattered body, the much abused body of Yotazo is lying in the dust.
Yeah, I think Maharib is in. I mean, he's had people die a shit ton, but I think this one he probably thinks some of it's on himself, and so he's just in state of a shock for a second. Like he doesn't move for a good 15 seconds and just kind of stares at the corpse on the ground.
Okay. So you're staring across. I think the Amira puts her hand on your shoulder, like to steady you or to hold you back, or she's not sure. She's just kind of like, let's just okay, buddy. Like, just anchor you here in the real world. It's okay. And so she puts her hand on your shoulder. And then finally, before the thing that has come before you is finished, it reaches down one more time with its hand into the darkness, and we see emerging from the void pentagram or whatever. We see first a slender purple skinned hand, and then an arm, and then the rest of Broken Promises. And Broken Promises emerges from the darkness, and it's this entity is treating her like someone who has just like come out of anesthesia. Like she seems a little confused, and it steadies her by the elbow and kind of like helps her up out. And as she takes her last step, her foot, the heel of her shoe, seems to catch on the void and pull it from within itself back into its pyramid shape. So it just like sort of scoops up, and it's sitting at her feet. And it the thing bends down, picks it up, turns to all of you, and bows once slowly, and then folds in on itself and disappears.
The old implosion exit. Nice.
Yeah.
What state is Broken Promises in front of us?
Like confused.
But she's standing.
So Broken Promises, for you, I was gonna say your memory is you are missing like massive chunks of your memory. Like all of the stuff that you have been like building, all the stuff that you promised has been forcibly removed from your mind. You remember these people, you remember where you are and who you are, all that stuff. Like you don't have amnesia, but it's like a mouthful of missing teeth. You know there used to be memories there, but now there aren't, and you've given them up. And I think the process, like you're recovering still. You have a sharp pain at the base of your skull, and yeah, and you're kind of just like you're out of it.
I'm about to like fall down, like I'm wobbly, and I'll fall on top of Yoda unless someone wants to like reach out and.
I definitely
grab me.
rush
Let
towards
me
and grab.
fall.
Yeah, I definitely rush towards and grab Broken Promises if she's about to fall.
Fall on the naked dead elephant. Like it.
Yeah, you don't want that. Okay, so Mahari rushes to your side.
Yeah, kind of catches you.
Thank you.
What happened?
Not now. I made the deal. I don't know. It's foggy. But I know we can go now. I've come through. There's your companions. Turns out the comedy wanted me gone because something. They're happy to see me go. I know that. They won't stand in our way. But we have our vein hunter. Now I need rest. I need rest.
Okay. Do you like collapse, or are you just still stumbling? Like if I
No, I don't collapse. I'm just like fucking foggy as hell. I barely know where I'm at.
Okay.
I know it's you mostly because I can feel how big you are.
Sure.
Like you're the biggest like dude like around.
Sure.
I can feel how swollen you are. I feel how
I know
veiny.
it's you because I can feel how big you are. That is beautiful.
That's great.
Fantastic. Not since 2017 have we had such a lewd remark made towards another PC.
Beautiful.
So I
No,
think
but really,
yeah,
though, like,
Amira's-
Sure.
it's
Yeah.
nice because I've done
It's
the
nice.
thing.
It's comforting.
It's there's an adrenaline dump from having
Mhm.
like all this tension, and then I've completed the mission that I set out to do, along with being groggy. Like, kind of like holding on to you is very, very comforting right now.
Sure. You say that, and then I kind of like motion towards the mirror to take you.
yeah, Amira's like, I'll take her. Let me I'll get her.
Yeah.
And as soon as Amira approaches, like I kind of notice her, and I put up the hand that I cut, and I just hold it out and I show her, and I just look and nod, and
Yeah. And she nods and she's like, "Come on." Yeah. And she takes you back towards the tea house and then stops and looks over her shoulder one more time back at Maharib. Berg, what have you been doing during all this time?
Started looking at Yoda's body, just staring for a while, kind of blankly, and then just observed broken promises, weakness and getting caught by Maharib, and observed everything silently.
You make a perception check real quick. Okay. There's something in Yotazo's mouth. You see the edge of something like a bit of cloth or something sticking out of the edge of his mouth, like under his tusks.
Yeah, Berg goes back to looking at Yota, maybe notices it then, and he's,
What is that?
I turn around after handing broken promises and Berg, what is what? I think I look at Yotazo's body as he is probably doing as well.
In Yota's mouth. Something.
When he says that, I look around. Is there any how do I want to describe this? Are we in like a market where there would be canopy wraps over the top of merchants' shops or anything like that? Do you know what or like a flag?
No, it's more like the intersection of a couple of streets, and it's like a bar with a patio, and you're out in the front of the patio area. But tell me what you're looking for.
I'm just looking for like a big cloth to wrap.
doesn't want to touch
body.
it.
Yeah. Gross. Well, it's easier to transport if it's contained in something.
Yeah, sure. I think you could like pull down there's a banner, because this is the Dragon Knights zone. Right. So yeah, there'd be a big banner with like a stylized skeletal dragon on it.
Okay. Yeah, I grab that wherever it's at and ruffle it out and lay it right next to Yotazo's body, and then kind of walk around and look at the thing in his mouth. If I get a little bit closer, not super close, can I figure out anything what it is, or do I need to fully open the mouth?
You can get a little closer and try to scope it out if you want to make a perception check.
Yeah, I just had a building blown up while I was in it, so I'm a little bit hesitant to just walk into things right now.
Yeah.
You want to make an investigation?
This is perception, because you're just trying to notice it. You're not actually the point is you're not actually getting in there and digging around.
Right. 11.
Okay, yeah. It's something. There's it's kind of pale. It's maybe a little blood stain. It's got some dark blood on it.
Okay. I think I just kind of disregard that. I'm more worried about getting the body inside and getting it off the street, so we're not just making a giant scene. So I motion to Berg, grab the arms. And I grab kind of the feet and wait for Berg to pick the body up.
Berg kind of begrudgingly does it, fucked up and weird, but whatever, he doesn't.
Be careful. The body's decayed. And I motion it, move it over towards the flag on top of it.
Yep.
Okay, so what do you do? You lay the flag down, and then you're gonna pick the body up and put it on?
Yeah, yeah. Then we're gonna wrap it.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, Berg, when you go to lift Yota's body,
Don't you do it.
It surprises you. It surprises you how light he is. You expected him to be heavier. He's big and bulky. And you'd seen Yotazo move a bunch of times gracefully and stuff. But he's just much easier for you to lift than you would have expected. Can you get your arms under him and you lift
Bastards
him and
took his innards.
place him on the flag? Yeah, he he doesn't smell like Yoda usually smelled, like elephant and wine. He smells like dirt, like dry dirt, like sand. Kind of like a silty, like dusty smell to him.
Took his organs out and filled them up with sand. The bitches.
Yeah, if we're able to get him on the flag, I'll kind of wrap the flag up, and if I'm able to carry it with ease, we walk in.
Big like crimson flag, and you wrap it around him, and
yeah. I don't say anything after I do that, and I just walk back inside the tea house with kind of the corpse thrown over my back.
Okay. Yeah. So you follow. And when you come in, the place has like cleared out. The employees are gone. They're like, we don't know what's going on. We're just stay the fuck away from this. And as you come in, upstairs, you see like leaning on the banister, you see Broken Promise's friend and the proprietor of this tea house, watching his dark gray skin and black like void eyes glaring down at you from above, but he's not saying anything, and he's just watching what happens. Inside Broken Promises, you're sitting with Amira. Amira has brought you a cup of wine to drink. Ramus, I guess you bring. I mean, you're not. I don't think you're strong enough to carry. Little Action's pretty frail too, but yeah. I mean, everybody gets inside. So what? Yeah. What do you do? It's like just a grim scene.
Is that the general you or Ramus you?
Yeah, all of you. Like, yeah, what's gonna happen?
If I walk in and see, well, go ahead, Ramus. I've been talking.
I asked the bartender if they can.
The bartender has evacuated. They're all gone. There's nobody to serve you here.
You are the bartender.
Damn. Never mind then.
I mean, you could just go and like Berg said, you could just go behind the bar and like take a thing of wine.
Yeah, I guess I go back and like look for the strongest stuff, and bring it to Little Action to help them drink it.
Okay. Yeah, he's pretty out of it. But yeah, if you hand him the bottle, he he doesn't even bother pouring a glass. He's a swig of it, sets it down.
Next step is to meet up with Mr. Nice Guy. Get us out of the city. After we recoup a little bit, at least.
How long do we have?
Because, what do you mean?
Before Mr. Nice Guy's no longer waiting.
I wouldn't keep him waiting long. He's not one to endanger himself. But if I can't walk or use my magic, I'm of no use to you. So let's take a little time, get our strength back, contact him, and leave, because this place is now it's going to dissolve into chaos, blood, and war. The Foolin verse is coming. That means the other two will be joining shortly.
Yeah, I nod. Adam, correct me on the lore of this world. They don't have like hot burning fire, right? It's not something that exists.
Yeah. Ramus can conjure fire that like burns with magic, but there is like flame you can conjure with like the juice, but it's this weird green fire. Lighting a normal fire with sparks it creates light, but it doesn't create. Anyway,
is there a stove in this place? Like a burning pit?
Yeah, totally. Yep. Yeah, they would have like a juice powered stove.
Because more questions. We're pretty far from like the wilderness, right?
What do you mean when you say the wilderness?
Like a place to like bury a body.
Oh, no. Opportunity is out in what's considered like part of the Court of the Void called the Outlands, and it's a frontier town anyway. So
Okay.
yeah, if you leave and you go away from the town, away from Bugfucker's farm, you will end up in the wasteland, right? The only other structure you've ever seen around here was the ruined temple, the mirror version of the Temple of the Sun.
Right. Okay, well, you see Maharib kind of in the center of the room start to lose his... He's basically just staring at the fire thinking. He turns to Ramus, realizing that Ramus can, create fire and say, do you think it's best to burn his body instead of burying him? Someone could find him. Who knows what they could do.
Wait a minute, you're right. The fire. Can someone help me get this tank off of this oven?
I'm sorry?
He needs it. He needs the juice.
Oh, you're... Okay, yes. Then I walk over.
Else
and
he's useless to us.
I go grab the tank and like move it. Yeah.
Yeah, so you come over and it would be like an alembic or something like an alchemical thing, and there would be a place to screw on like a bulb with a specially prepared juice in it that would drip into the oven and then create a reaction.
Yeah. So I move that contraption.
Okay. Yeah, so you can you open the panel and find the thing, and you unscrew it, and you have this glass like bulb with concentrated juice in it.
Yeah. Hand it to him.
Okay. I go up to little action. I'm like, buddy, stay with me.
Yeah, he like looks up. He looks up at you. He's like wrapped in a blanket. He's just like shivering and emaciated.
I have juice here, but you must drink it slow. Very slow. Can you promise me you will drink it slow?
And he looks up at you, and he looks at it, and he says, "You can't. The way it's prepared, don't drink it. Get me a bit of cloth, a rag or something."
All right. I grab one of the pieces of clothing I have and rip it up.
Tear a piece off it.
Devil
And
ether.
he says, "Just a few drops, not too many, into the cloth."
I drip it in there and hand him to him.
Okay. Yeah, he takes the cloth and he presses it to his face, and yeah, he like takes a deep breath, and you watch this like physical transformation like pass over him, right? You can see a faint green flicker travel through the veins of his face. You see the blood vessels in his eyes like glow green for a second, and he like twitches and kind of like falls backwards a little bit. He like grabs you to like steady himself, and he like blinks hard. I'm feeling a little bit more like myself. With every breath, I need to lie down, Ramus. Excuse me. And he like just like falls down sideways on the table, and he's just like lying there like liquid. He's just melted onto the surface of the table.
That's one problem taken care of. What did you say about fire?
I'm kind of just watching you do all this, and just I know
right,
exactly
everybody's just watching this.
what it is that like you're feeding an addict to become more of an addict. Just you're going to kill him that way if you continue, correct?
We are going to take him to a place that is overflowing with what he loves. Maybe if he can survive the journey, he would be basking in fountain energy all the time.
Yo, dude, I know you like to smoke weed, but what if I told you there was a whole dimension of weed?
Yeah.
Everything there is just made out of weed.
Everything's made out of weed.
Come with us to the weed dimension, man. It's going to be sweet.
There are no cats in America, and the streets are paved with cheese.
Like, literally, Ramus is right. Like, literally, the air is drugs. like fountain energy pervades the place. So he will either just like blow away with pure pleasure, or it'll be real easy to trick him to go though. Like if you're like, listen, man, we're going to the source.
Yeah, I kind of disregard your statement and say,
Yeah.
Ramus, I need you to create what, when I look around the room, what the three of us know is fire. I mean,
My specialty.
yes. We owe Yota this much, whatever. And I'd like look down at the corpse, whatever remains of him here.
Wow, that is. Never seen a body just mistreated that way. That wasn't undead.
I'm sure they. And I look a little bit closer and remember the thing in his mouth. There's something in his. I'd like lean down, get a little closer. I'd make sure that I'm not too close to everyone else. Then I'll pull whatever it is out of Yoda's mouth.
Okay. Yeah, his jaw is like locked down on it, so you kind of have to like tug it a little bit. It's a piece of parchment, just folded neatly. It's got like a tooth mark in it.
Sure.
You can pull it out.
Yeah, I unfold it. Try to.
So
read it.
where is everybody when you're reading this? So Maharib, you're next to the body.
Right.
Ramus, you're over with Little Action. Amira is with Broken Promises. You're all kind of like spread out in the room, like at tables that are near each other.
Yeah, I'm finding a place to like either recline or lay down.
Yeah, you're sitting on a bench, like leaning back. Okay.
I'm trying to drag him to a place where he can curl up and rest.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Little Action is just super fucked up right now. He's good to go. He's not gonna be able to move or stand or talk, but he's in his happy place. So
Hey man, you get like a scar on your face, bro.
So you unfold this piece of paper, and it has written on it, in a fairly like an elegant script. It has writing in common, written in common. It says, "We played and played until he could play no more. And then he just wouldn't get up again. So I used him to plant a garden. But he's your problem now." And as you look down, you see that now that the paper has been yanked out, blooming from Yotazo's mouth is the black petals of a lotus flower, and it's opening from Yota's mouth. And as you notice it, you see his limbs start to twitch as he rises from the table. And I need everybody to roll initiative. Thank you.
Ah, I fucking knew it. Yeah.
We could have just burned him. But I had to go and open the stupid note.
Here. Page 15.
I had to scoot myself back over here. Okay.
Okay, so let's go through and make
Had
sure
to get his body.
current ones.
I had to.
So Broken Promises, you have a 20. And Berg, you got a 13. Okay.
So if I'm first to act, do I know what this is? What I'm facing? Have I heard of this like reanimation via botany before?
No, I don't think so. You can make a
Arcana?
religion check. But
Okay.
give me 1 second.
Okay.
And then Ramus, you got yours. Your correct one is a 17. Okay. And then I just got to roll. What is this on this?
You got your buddy back. Now fight him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now fight your friend. So let's see here.
There's a
I got
bunch of us and
plus-
one of them. We're fine.
We'll see.
Yeah, you got that action. me. You're fine. Initiative's up plus. Okay.
Well, until he goes like this, and then there's like 5 of them.
That's really more of a ninja move.
I mean, he was a monk.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, that's true. Let's stop talking.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's
let's-
stop giving him ideas.
Yeah, keep
We're
giving him
ideas. Stop it.
Okay.
Stop it.
So no, everybody gets to react. This happens slowly as it rises from the floor. So Broken Promises, you are first. If you would like, you can use your turn to like try to get some hints about this thing, or you can do other stuff like cast spells.
Okay. I will take my turn to I'm going to make myself invisible. I'm going to use greater invisibility and just kind of blink out and then move to a different position, hopefully to more advantageously like cast at him or whatever.
Do you want to like you want to get to cover?
Yeah.
Is that the plan? Okay. All right.
Yep.
So
Let the
imagine
big
Yota's
dudes
body.
do their job.
Yota's body is in the center of the room. Maharib is closest to it, like adjacent to it, basically. Everyone else can split up as they need. So you're going to use your action to cast Greater Invisibility. So I will add that to the order here so we can track it. And it lasts for 10 turns. Okay, all right. So you turn invisible, and then you just like move away, like find somewhere nearby to stay away from this thing.
Find cover behind, if it's advantageous, behind Berg or Maharib.
Okay.
That kind of stuff. Yep.
Anything to do with your bonus action?
I can't cast another spell unless it's a cantrip,
Yeah.
right? I can cast cantrip.
You can't cast a. Forgot how it works. It's like a bonus action that's a spell and a cantrip, but I hate the multiple spells per turn thing. But yeah, I don't think you have anything.
I mean, I do have a bonus action. I hobble is a bonus action, and it says you create an ethereal trap in the space of a target you can see within range. Target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw, or its speed is halved until the end of its next turn.
Yeah, that's the thing you could
So,
do.
I mean, it's better than nothing.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So you what is it? What does your ethereal trap look like?
It looks like I want to say, oh, it looks like a needle and thread. Like it looks like the thread pops up out of the floor and like wraps around
cool.
the feet and the ankles and stuff like that.
Nice.
And,
Okay.
like,
So this
flies around and, like,
ethereal
sews up their
shadow
feet,
needle
yeah.
like, stitches them to themselves in the floor with magic
Yeah.
thread. That's really cool. That's a good visual. I like that. Okay. So it's a dex save. What's the DC?
Dexterity saving throw, DC 17.
Okay. All right. Dexterity is not this rotting corpse's best. Whatever. Fuck me.
Doesn't
I got a
matter.
21, so doesn't matter. Okay. All right. So yeah, the threads like stitch around through it, and it just Yota, I think as it stands, just tears the threads away as he lifts up. At the end of your turn, everyone in the room needs to make a Constitution saving throw as Yota opens his eyes, and from his eyes a cloud of black dust pours from the empty sockets, swirling through the room. Everybody make a save. It is a Constitution saving throw, please.
Who's rolling first? All right, Berg with
Get
a
outta here
20.
with
Hey,
that
Berg,
shit.
you're fine. Berg
24
promises you're fine.
for
Good.
me.
23.
Okay.
24.
Adam, does my necklace give me advantage on this roll?
No, this is targeting your eyes and your ability to see, not your ability to breathe. Okay.
Ramus fails. 29. It's fine.
Where's your necklace now, Ramus?
He is
Riches
lucky,
couldn't help you
though.
there.
Okay.
Well, lucky only
so
works
let
if you
me
roll a 1,
for-
right, Dan?
No.
No, lucky just
Oh,
allows
okay.
you to reroll.
Gotcha.
Would you like to reroll, Dan? I mean, use one of your lucky, or are you gonna hold on to it? for now?
Yeah, I think I will. Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey,
All right,
it worked
so
out.
good. You use
Good.
it. There is a brief like swirling of this black these black it's not like mist or vapor, it's like particles in the air, like pollen. This black pollen like floods the room, covering everything. You're able to shield your eyes in time, and nobody's blinded. Ramus, it is your turn.
All right. I will. I don't know what this thing is yet, but it looks harmful, so I'm gonna shoot some scorching rays at it.
Okay.
And see what happens. All right. First bolt, 29
Yep, that's a hit.
for 5 damage
Okay.
and 5 fire damage. And then
Yep.
22, 6 fire damage. And then 21 for 6 fire damage.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So the spores that are floating around the room, this pollen burns away in 3 quick arcs as you fire beams of pure fire magic at this thing. It scorches his chest and burns his flesh and sends him staggering back. Anything with your bonus action, Ramus?
And I'll just move as far away from it as I can get in the room.
Okay, yeah, just back away. Okay. All right, at the end of your turn, Ramus, there is there's further like swirling of this storm, and it kicks up in violence. There is like it's unclear at this point where Yota is. And you, while not blind, you have a very difficult time like tracking his form. So the room is filled with this chaos. Maharib, what are you gonna do?
Does he?
You're right next to him, but he's hard to make out. His form is unclear.
Okay, so he doesn't leave my attack circumference, right? Like I don't provoke an attack of opportunity or anything. He's not moving. He's just harder to hit. Am I interpreting that correctly?
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, you're not sure.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna pull up my battle axe and take some swings at it. Because I don't know what else to do. So these are one.
So you will have disadvantage on the attack because of the stuff going on, but you still have your regular complement of attack.
Cool. First attack, 14.
You miss.
Okay.
Swing at it, and you cut through the air. You thought you hit it, but you feel your axe thunk into a table.
Sure. Second attack, 16.
That's also a miss.
Jesus. Third attack, 12. That's rough. I'm not gonna do anything else, I don't think.
Yeah, so you're just like lunging at it, and it seems like he's like changing form. Like you can't see because of all of the swirling shit that's going on in the room, but it's like you swing it where he is, and then he's in 2 places, and then reforms near you, and you're just like swinging around trying to get him, and you can't target him. At the end of your turn, you're done now, Maharib?
Yes. Yeah.
Unless you have something else that you wanna do.
That's it.
Okay. At the end of your turn, he seems to reform, and then we have Mira, and so you see her jump over the table, rush over to your side with the sword in hand, and she swings out with the sword. So let's see if she can hit. First attack is a miss, and her second attack does hit.
Nice.
And how much damage does your big sword do? Non-magical.
2d6.
D6.
Yeah, great swords do 2d6.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Plus strength, whatever.
Okay. All right. So that's Amira's turn. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right. So now on his turn, the former body of Yotazo is going to take an action. So he turns towards you, Maharib, and this enormous flower that's like growing from his mouth emits a baleful light. There's a dark, like a dark aura that emits from it, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right. 15.
Okay. So you fail, but only by one. So you are frightened. So you feel this sudden like shock of fear pass over you. So frightened.
So I need to run away from him, I think, at all.
I think it means you can't get closer to him. Yeah. Disadvantage on ability checks and attacks as long as you can see him, and you can't willingly move closer to him.
Okay.
So you're already plenty close.
So nothing
then
changed last round.
he takes a swing at you with his fist.
All right.
So let's see. What's your new armor class?
21.
Nice. So he and he still fights like Yotazo, right? So you see him form even with his like broken limbs, he like forms a kata and then like strikes you with his palm, and you feel like you're inside a ringing bell. The thing strikes your armor, and you see it. There's like black lines pass through the lacquer of the armor, but it doesn't hurt you. Forceful blow, but to no effect. Berg, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I was thinking about getting up there and just smacking him a few times with that there hammer.
Mix it up, mix it up a little bit. That sound good?
That sounds good to me. Do you want to fly into a rage first?
Yeah, I might as well. I don't think I need to, but might as well. Well, if we did a long rest too, I have full rages, so I might as well.
Yeah.
Into the slightly less holier than normal rage, just because we're in the void. But yeah, fly into rage. Go on, get the hammer of heaven and try to smack him. This abomination. So he's like got this ever glowing black lotus flower coming out as he's.
Yeah,
like
his
really
mouth is
fucking
open, his
weird.
jaw is broken, and this enormous lotus has grown up around like where his
Does
mouth.
that affect his vision? Can he get a negative effect for that?
He doesn't have
Because
any
he can't-
eyes. He's got like black holes where his eyes are, and there's like this stream of vapor pollen stuff pouring out of them. I don't think not having eyes is
Is
really
he allergic
getting...
to the pollen? Is it?
Yeah, he's sneezing a lot. You have to pray to the god Claritin to protect you. No, it's fine. Like it's not about seeing you with its eyes.
Gotcha.
No, it also gives him 3 mana of any color whenever he wants.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, if you kill him, his corpse is worth tens of thousands of dollars. Okay, Berg. Yes, yeah, he's not in shadow form yet because you go right after him. So you do hit him.
Nice.
And you deal 6, 7, 8, 9. And then this is your first hit, so roll a d6 plus 5.
Plus 6 now, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
6 plus 6. Nice.
Nice.
You roll those
the best
sixes on
you
it every
can
time.
do. All right.
You roll well with those.
Cool. All right. Yeah. So you strike Yota with the hammer of heaven, sending him reeling. He like hits a table and the table gets knocked backwards. Yeah, he staggers. Take another
Second
attack.
hit. Second hit, trying to crit. Oh.
Nope. Close though. 29 is nothing to scoff at. Okay. So roll your
One off
roll
a
your
crit,
damage
yeah.
there. 6, 8, and you don't get the thing. So another 8 damage.
Right.
All right. Killer. Okay. At the end of your turn, Berg, Yota tries to punch you.
Sure.
What's your armor class?
18.
18? Okay. Nope. Get 11. So he strikes out.
Get away
Yeah, and
from me.
you knock him back.
Did the creature move at all? Or is that right next
No.
to me?
Yeah, now the two of you are both adjacent to him.
Okay, I want to use Sentinel then and take a swing at him. If he took a
Did you
swing
just
at
call him
Berg.
the creature?
Yeah, it's not Yota.
Yeah,
This
when
is
a,
the
when, a,
creature.
when a creature within your reach makes an attack against a target other than you, you can use your action to make a melee attack. Yeah, go for it.
It's 20. Although I have
Yeah, it's 20.
disadvantage, so it's still 20. For 14 damage.
14.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so now that he can't move. He's got movement speed 0 till the next turn.
Nice. Okay, I'll make a note. 0 speed. Perfect.
I don't think he's gonna move, but yeah, if he
um,
tries to flee or whatever.
Broken Promises. It is your turn.
All right, on my turn, you don't see me because I'm invisible, but what you do see is, you know, those strings that came up out of the ground, those black strings or whatever. Now they're like, you see the same thing come out of the ground with like thick, they're like ribbons. Like you would tie around like a Roman soldier's legs that would tie up his thong like shoes. You see them rise up out of the ground beneath Berg and Maharib and like wrap themselves around their legs and crawl up to their arms. I'm doing a twinned haste spell.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Nice.
So there's haste.
Who is
I'm
hasted?
using up my last sorcery points.
So you're not invisible anymore.
Is
An action.
is haste concentration?
Greater invisibility is concentration. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is haste concentration?
Yes. Yeah. Up to a minute.
Okay, that's fine then. It's worth it. It's worth it to give these guys haste. I thought it was just like an immediate thing, but it wouldn't have mattered. I would have done the same thing, knowing what I know. So I cast haste on both of them. I twin the spell, so both of them have haste now, and it gives them an extra action and +2 to bonus to AC every round they go.
Excellent. So who is this on? This is on.
Let me hold on. Let me put
me and Berg.
this.
That's who it was.
There we go.
So Berg and Maharib, everything just slows right down. So the swirling in the air goes from like to like these big like clouds of black dust floating around, and the two of you are operating at normal speed to each other, but everything else is moving super slow, which would be very surreal.
Yeah.
If you can see Broken Promises now, like she appears like in like this black like haze, like a heat wave, just and she's back in like invisibility. Like she's like her cloak seems to like split into ribbons and go into the ground and then pop up and do that thing I described.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Cool.
So now I have a move. So I don't know, like if I need to move, like to keep the big dudes between me and the bad guy.
No, you're fine. Yeah. They're and this thing can't move, right? Like it's clear that Maharib and Berg are just like hammering away at it, and it's trapped where it is.
Cool. Okay. Then that's it. That's all I got.
Okay. All right. At the end of your turn, it is going to. It's going to attack Berg again. Another rotting fist on you, Berg. This time it hits.
Oh,
I need you to make. I figured we've been enough. There's been enough actions for chat. Now you can see what I base this creature on. So I hit. Make a saving throw. Make a DC 16 save. Con save. Okay, so you make the save. So I think you just take the damage, which is 30 damage. 9 of which gets cut in half. So you take 4, and then another 21 necrotic. So you take 25 total.
Okay.
So you knock aside the first attack, and then the second blow, this time, punches you right in the chest, and you feel your breath like you catch your breath, and there's like a wet rattle when you breathe, and you just spit out a mouthful of blood, and then jump back into the fight. You've not been cursed.
Exact number that takes my HP back down to?
69. I think I do. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, you
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice one. Okay. Ramus, it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to walk up to. Do you have disadvantage, JP, right now on him?
Yes, because I'm feared.
Okay, then I'm going to walk up to Berg and say a prayer and touch him, and then now his weapon is glowing divine as a holy weapon.
So make your religion check first before you bless his weapon.
So what does that mean if
14?
I whisper to my weapon? Is it just double blessed?
14 is enough. Yeah. It'll be super blessed. It's extremely blessed. There's so many blessings.
So every time you hit,
it's like
Stacks on stacks.
yeah. There's this
Go ahead,
cloud
Dan.
of black silt flying around the room, and then all of a sudden, there's this brilliant white light, like well, I'm like fucking Gandalf with the sword, just like emerges in the room. We see it from outside, like coming out the windows when you bless the sword, or bless the hammer. So you do another 2d8 radiant damage.
he does
out of
2d8 every time he
radiant
hits. So every time he gets a hit in, he does another 2d8 radiant. 2d8 radiant.
This
Hot
is
damn.
the way Berg talks now.
5th level spell. Powerful.
Yeah, it's pretty baller. And then as a bonus action, Ramus, you can like nuke it, right? You can drop it and it'll blow up.
Yeah, whenever I want to, I can make it nuke.
Nice.
That's
Okay.
my bonus
So,
action.
yeah, you move over. You bless the weapon. Oh yeah, holy weapon's a bonus action too.
Yeah, and for my action, I'm going to do my AoE burst on him. He has to make a DC 19 Constitution save or take 23 radiant. Half on save.
Nice. Okay. All right. Nope. I got a 9 on the save, so he takes 20. Takes 23.
He wants to hit us with that necrotic ish. We showing him heaven's power, you know. Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Mhm.
God's plan.
Here's a Bible.
God's plan is that you are horribly burned until you are dead. Cool. All right. So Ramus, not only does radiant damage emerge from Berg's weapon, but it like roasts off of you in waves. And what's great is that there's all of this like heaven energy flying around, lying in the corner of the room behind a table, peeing himself with delight, if he was capable of doing such a thing, is little action. Like he's just like awash in like pure fountain energy, right? Like this is
He's
like
high as
this is fucking
motherfucker.
him up. Like he is high as balls right now. Like
Yeah.
he's in another dimension right now where everything is great.
I'm having a bad time, man. Oh no, he's having a good time.
He's having a good time. Yeah.
He's having a
It's
great
a goddamn
time.
light show.
Yeah. Cool. All right. And then at the end of your turn, Ramus, the creature that used to be Yotazo, turns the black light of the lotus on Berg. And Berg, I need you to make a wisdom save, please.
Oof.
My favorite thing to make a save on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah.
Okay, same thing. You fail, but just by a little. You are also now frightened of Yotazo. You feel surrounded by heaven's love, but down inside there is a seed of fear. And you look into the writhing petals of this thing and feel like a chill pass over you. Maharib, it is your turn.
So, just for the sake of this first time I've been hasted, I can action surge while hasted, correct? Because haste gives you another. So I'd get 3 attacks plus 3 attacks from haste.
No, haste gives you 1 attack, not 3.
It doesn't give you
You
an
can get
attack round. It gives you 1 attack.
Yeah, so it gives you the attack action, but you can't do it. Yeah, it's you will have 7 attacks if you action surge.
Right.
Right, because it's like 3, then 3 from the surge, then 1 more special attack from haste. You can attack him 7 times if you use your action surge.
Otherwise, it'll just be 4 because it's 3 attacks plus the 1.
Otherwise, it'll be 4. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
a mere 4.
Yeah, we'll start with the 4 and see where we go from there.
Okay, yeah. See where you go.
Yeah. So first attack, 15. I think that's a miss.
It is a miss. Yep,
Jesus. 21. I think
that's a hit.
Yeah.
There you go.
For 8 damage.
You did 8. Okay,
Yeah. Third attack, 16.
that is a miss.
Fuck, he must have 17 or 18. And then fourth attack, 28.
That's a hit. Yep.
I'm never mind. I think that should be a crit. For 12 damage.
Okay.
And then
16 total.
I'm gonna action surge just because I think the longer this goes on, it's bad.
Okay.
And don't forget your extra.
Ones.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Did you take your extra action for haste?
That's what. Yeah, I just.
Yeah,
did 4
we got that
attacks.
already. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, let me look at action surge to see if you get 3 or 4. Let me do a quick look there. Action surge.
Oh, right, because it's another action round.
So action surge gives you, if I can find the wording of this ability, here we go. You get 1 additional action on top of your regular action. No, you don't get another haste. It doesn't give you another turn.
Right. Yeah, because it's haste per
It's just
turn.
3 more.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right, so you got 2 more.
2 more. 24s.
There's a hit.
For
There
15.
you go, bud.
Ooh, nice.
And miss.
I miss. Okay, so you just like a blender. You hear Amira next to you be like, "What the fuck?" And you're just like chopping away at this thing.
Yeah.
She's just like watching you, and you're just like a blur of axe strikes.
In my mind, I'm thinking
yeah.
I'm like dropping the battle axe and catching with the other hand. But now I've got like a Monty Python thing, thanks to Zeke, where I'm just like, "Fucking die, you piece of shit."
Yeah,
I
just like
honestly,
laying into him.
What I just pictured in my head is that one castle in Mario World where he goes to the castle and he just goes, and it just like crumbles down. Like that's
Exactly,
what
yeah.
I pictured
Yeah.
now.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Perfect. Okay. All right. So it is her turn. She's gonna try. Amira's gonna try to make some good. So she gets 2 attacks, not 7 like a cool guy. So her first attack
Hey,
is a hit.
she's rolling better than I am.
2d6. Okay, for 6 damage. Oh, that wasn't a very good hit. And then her second attack is a miss.
She doesn't have like great sword mastery or anything, right?
No, she's not a
Okay.
PC.
Right.
Got some abilities, but that is not one of them. Okay. All right. So she's taking swings. She's doing her thing. Her turn ends. At the end of this turn, Maharib, you won't be afraid anymore, but Berg, you will be for 1 more full.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah. Ramus, you're showering the room in holy magic. That's not fun. Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please? And then we'll talk about what happens.
Crit.
Ooh, nice. Good. Okay, so you only take half of this damage.
You didn't hear what I said. I was
The
muted.
creature.
That's stupid.
The creature that used to be Yotazo turns, and it doesn't speak so much as you hear a voice, a rasping voice like a saw blade cutting through ice in your mind. You don't understand. None of you understand the words, but there are arcane tones being driven through your mind, targeting Ramus. You hear Ramus's name spoken, and then Ramus, you take half of whatever the total is. You take 20 damage, 20 necrotic
20?
damage.
Is
Yeah.
that considered an attack, even though it's not like a melee
No.
attack? It's a
No,
spell?
it's just a spell.
Okay. I didn't know if that triggered Sin Null or not.
Yeah. Berg, it is your turn. You have 4 attack? No, three attacks?
Yeah.
Oh, and also, yeah. Sorry, Ramus, make a there you go.
I'll
You're
crit
fine.
again.
Yeah, just keep throwing 20s at me. That's fine.
What is with you?
I don't know.
It's annoying. It was cute at first. Now it's pissing me the fuck off. Stop it.
Yeah. Yeah. Berg, go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna whisper to my.
Now, unlike the Berg of yore, this Berg knows how to handle his fear, right? You know what it's like to fight afraid, and you can fight through it. You still have the disadvantage,
do
but
it.
it's not like taking you apart like
True.
it used to.
It's true. And even more
All right,
so, we're
let's
gonna
see how
get
you
even
do.
more holy and to my hammer.
Oh, and you're gonna light up. Okay, you have so many weird
Flame
dice to
on!
roll. All
It's
right,
lit.
make
Drop
your
that shit.
your attack.
Bam. There you go.
Okay, so another 2d6, and then we'll talk about the pile of dice that you would be rolling.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So an 18 is a hit. Yep.
Yeah.
So when Max rolls damage for this, he's rolling D8 plus 4 plus 3 So D8 plus 7. So that's 8 damage. And then 2d6 plus a d6 plus 6. Roll a d6 plus 6.
Okay. Roll a D. 1d.
This all stacks.
Yeah, this is all together. It's so much radiant damage. Okay, so another 10. All right. And then from Ramus, another 2d8 radiant damage.
Fucking sick.
Yeah, if you crit, it's like you roll all the dice on the table.
I know.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, if you want to, you can roll one more of any of those dice. You can roll like another
Let's
d8
roll.
of radiant damage.
Let's do one more of the 2d8.
Because you have your like orc.
Yep. Let's do that. Wait, no, it's just 2d8. Bangs.
All right. So you did, let's see, you did 8 bludgeoning and then 39 radiant damage.
And that was just one hit.
And that's the first hit. But the first hit
Actually,
was enough. Sorry,
It
you
would just be
you had a
one of those.
question?
It'd be just be one of those dice, not.
Oh, it would just be the 6 because it's not 2d. Yeah, so you actually only deal 34 damage.
She still die.
Oh, it's not
But
2d8.
that was enough. Yeah, he had 16 hit points left. Yeah, so it's this like comet of white light streaking from the hammer, crashes into Yota's body, and it crumples to the floor, falls backwards. The dust all stops in midair and falls, just falls onto everything, and there's like a sudden stillness in the room. Now you can hear a dry like rustling sound, and if you look down, you see the flower is still like open in his mouth, and his chest, his body, his ribs all broken and shattered. His flesh and his skin are like crawling from like something inside.
Yeah, I think immediately if whoever's the first to see that, I think as soon as Maharib sees that, he just turns to Ramus. Granted, I'm still hasted, so this probably comes out much faster than the way I'll say it. But it's just like, Ramus, the body, burn it. And I'd start like running towards the counter to grab any like, does alcohol burn the same way that it would in our world here? Like adding fuel to the fire if it's pure enough or like high enough alcoholic percentage?
It would make light, but it wouldn't make heat. But if it was real fire, then yeah, probably. It would probably react the same way.
Yeah, I just grab like, if I can somehow figure out what's higher alcoholic percentage in these things, I will. But I'm not
Right.
gonna spend. I'm not gonna read the fucking bottles. I'm just gonna grab a bunch of
Yeah.
them and just start throwing them on the corpse while Ramus is hopefully
Sure.
lighting this thing on fire.
Okay.
Just like
Use the magic of the get him.
Exactly.
So Broken Promises, you have an opportunity to do something before Ramus, before it's Ramus's turn. Is there anything you want to do?
yes, I'm going to throw firebolts at it.
Okay, sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
It's true.
Here it comes. Zoop. 19.
Okay, yep. Yeah, Fireball hits
Ooh.
it.
And that should be 3d10, so 13.
Okay, all right.
3d10 for, is that your cantrip?
Cantrips,
Yeah,
they,
it
oh,
goes
I know
up.
they scale up.
But geez, that's
Yep.
Yeah.
2d10 at 5th and 3d10 at 11th.
good for you.
Good for you. All right, so Ramus, your turn. What are you gonna do?
I have no way of lighting it on fire without like nuking all of you. Like,
Ramus, light it on fire. You're like,
I don't think
okay.
Maharib's gonna mind. Like,
What's a little nuking? Come on, between friends. It's okay.
It wouldn't be the first time.
This place is going to shit anyways, and Maharib is just worried about his dead friend becoming a whatever this has been. So if you throw a
I'm
fireball
worried
in the
about my
center
friends
of the
becoming
room,
has-beens too.
yeah, it's fine with me.
I mean, the dude who owns this bar probably wouldn't be too hype about you lighting it on fire.
He can collect
Whatever,
all the
you probably
gold of
already own the
Ramus.
bar anyways.
Yeah.
I
All
guess
your winnings.
I'll start with small fire to give you guys a chance to get away. I'll just throw scorching rays at it.
Mhm. Okay.
So I'll just 28 for 4.
All right.
15 enough.
Yes. Yeah.
for another 6.
Got it.
14 enough.
Like it's technically prone, so you'd have advantage. So that was a crit, so it's another 3. And then that third one is a miss.
Ranged abilities would be disadvantage if it's prone.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So it's just a regular hit. Okay. All right. So 6, 4, and then okay. Cool. That's enough to kill it before it reanimates. And in a final, like the chest writhes, the body's on fire. Yodazo's chest cavity bursts open, and you can see inside his desiccated organs, and much of them have been converted to this weird plant matter. You can see little chunks of broken bone inside the vines that are rolling around inside of him. That bursts into flames. They pop out and flail around before falling limp. And there is one last puff of black vapor of smoke that erupts from its chest. The only people close enough to be affected by it are Mahari, Berg, and Amira. So one last saving throw from the 3 of you. It is a Constitution save.
Sure.
Should be fine for most of you.
22, 10, and then whatever.
Okay.
Amira rolls.
And this is a save for half situation. So let me roll for Amira.
10 might not be enough, methinks.
No, 10 is insufficient, I'm afraid.
We are in trouble, aren't we?
On save. Okay, all right. So here's it's poison damage. Let's see here. Ramus, if you were close enough to be affected by this, you would have advantage on this saving throw.
Actually, no, that's true. Can I? I should be able to re-roll that because I haven't used that bit. Use other stuff.
You are still raging, yeah. So if you wanna re-roll it.
That's true.
I would do it.
Let's re-roll that.
Yeah, re-roll it.
Hey.
There you go. All right,
I'll
so everybody takes
re-roll.
half damage.
Way to go. Look at you, chat. Way to remind me. I mean, I totally remembered
13.
that on my own.
13 damage.
13 damage?
Yep.
What kind of damage is it?
Poison.
Poison.
Poison? Okay.
Yep.
Rip 69 the dream. Whatever.
Are we out of combat?
Yeah. Yeah, we don't need to worry about the order of things anymore. And within under a minute, the haste spell wears off, and the 2 of you feel as if you have aged a year, but you haven't because it doesn't work like that anymore.
Is the body just like burning in the center of the room?
Yeah, there is
With
a burning
real flame?
corpse in the middle of the room. Yes, yeah. So everything in the scene now is lit without the weird green filter that we would have on everything from the light, because this is like natural light. So we see everybody, and like Berg is the grayish green color he normally would be, and Broken Promises, you are literally seeing colors you have never seen before. There is this like strange, vibrant light coming from the body, and it is casting everything around you in a
Are his
weird,
firebolts
weird
different
light.
color than Ramus's firebolts?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. All
They're
right.
void firebolts.
Right. So they don't put off
Damn.
heat? Like, what do they burn with?
Like magic, like juice
Brooding.
power.
Okay. I'll accept that.
Yeah.
Won't dig
Depression
further.
and brooding. They don't burn you so much as make you feel empty and like nothing
Sure.
matters.
Sure. Yeah.
It's the other kind of burn. They
Yeah.
burn your feelings.
Yeah, I go behind the bar and I still do the same thing. I'll just grab like what looks to be a nice bottle of wine rather than whatever's
pour
the
stuff in
highest.
there.
Yeah. Well, I just go and grab it and then like gather around or stand over the body.
Just I don't know if you want to RP it out or whatever, but I put it in chat. When the haste spell ends, the target can't move or take actions until after its next turn as a wave of lethargy sweeps over it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So for about 6 seconds, you're just like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
so tired now.
Yeah. I don't think, well, Mahari's not stupid. I was going to say, I don't think that occurs to him that it was necessarily Broken Promises that did that, but it was
You would have heard the spell
Yeah.
being cast, and
Yeah.
yeah.
I would have done that. Yeah, so I don't like immediately. There's some struggle for sure in terms of getting behind the bar, but I still go and grab the thing of wine, and I'll just take like a large sip of it, and then just I like offer it to Berg before I smash it on the corpse.
Yeah. Or we'll take it and just.
And then
Well,
go ahead.
That was a way of saying goodbye.
You hear like a light, like titter from behind. It's like, I certainly hope that was worth it.
In Infernal, I say, or in Giant, I guess, I say to Amira, like, pay your respects. I motion towards the bottle.
And she looks at it and she's like, I don't understand what you're doing.
Drink from the bottle. Say something or remain quiet. Pass it to Ramus.
Why are we drinking now? Why can't we just wait until he comes back?
I like grab the bottle from Berg and like push it towards Amira's chest to like make sure she grabs it.
Yeah, she takes it because otherwise it'll fall on the ground. She's holding it and she's looking at you like, what's happening right now?
Yeah. I kind of like stumble back and I under my breath just say, he's dead, Amira. He's not coming back. Drink from the bottle.
But you don't know. His heart could still be in there. I've seen people come back from worse. I think.
I'm trying to think of a term that would be, I don't know, like Arabic off the top of my head. I basically say the
Sure.
Arabic term for like whatever the proper noun would be for like little sister. That's like very stern. I say that in like a pretty loud tone, and like turn to her and say, "Drink from the bottle and pass to Ramus."
She does, but she doesn't understand why she's doing it. She just drinks some and like pass it over to you, Ramus.
I take the bottle and pour Yoda a glass and pour out the glass on the floor as is tradition, so the dead can drink. And then I kneel and start saying the prayers for cremation, since what's happening right now, the body's burning. I just start going into prayer, and then pass the bottle on to Berg.
Can you make a religion check for me, Ramus?
10.
Man, eh? Are you happy with a 10, or would you like to use lucky to reroll?
I'm happy with a 10.
Okay. All right, so Ramus presides over the funeral in the middle of a bar, which actually
It's perfect.
Yoda's would probably be pretty into.
That's why we grabbed the wine. Like I was like, he's into
Kind of
this.
makes sense.
Agreed.
He died as he lived in a bar.
Yep.
Agreed.
That's pretty good. Yep.
I didn't bother explaining it to Amir for that purpose.
And
He died fighting in a bar, just like he would have wanted.
Well,
you see Broken Promises walk up and kind of like has a confused look on her face. Is this what you do where you're from? I know that death is permanent where you come from, but is this what everyone does, or is this... I'm talking to Maharib now.
sure.
Is this just your people?
It's what Yota would have wanted.
You like the drink?
In a way of speaking, yes.
Well, then I shall honor him as well. And I hold my hand out for the bottle.
Ramus
There was
smashed
a really.
Oh, he already smashed it?
Well,
Okay,
he poured it all
then
out.
I wouldn't do that.
He poured it all out.
You've got your own.
I
You've got
would-
your own drink. You can.
I'd
yeah.
grab my own then, yep. I grab
Yeah.
one and then take a drink of it. And or did you throw it, or did you
He
jump it out,
poured
or
it
did you
out.
smash it? I'll pour it out too. I'll pour it out.
Mhm.
Must have been quite the companion to go through all this trouble.
He was an idiot. And I turn and like start grabbing my stuff.
Wow.
Berg agrees. He goes like,
He was a fool. I told him. But in this way. But a good fool at that.
Well, if this is the way you treat a fool, good fool nonetheless, I shall strive to be better than that.
We'll get you to the other side. You have my word.
Oh. You know, I was going to make a snide comment, but I don't feel like it anymore. Thank you. Now, can I please have some rest?
By all means, we'll be ready when you wake.
I mean, you're not gonna rest in here because the bar is closed because of the burnt corpse and all the fighting. Like, it's not like I'm just gonna go upstairs and have a rest. Like, yeah, there's no like the place is again like a body produces smoke and the place is all full of disgusting like corpse smoke now and like, yeah, they're gonna.
You wouldn't want to sleep in that?
I mean,
No,
look,
I'm just saying, there's got to be a like inns and stuff with rooms.
That's considered
Yes,
a 3-star
yeah, you will-
hotel
you'll-
in the void.
It's true. Everyone in the void loves a burning corpse. You know.
It was a
they
nice
just never
stay
smelled
there,
it
but the
before.
burning corpse smell could have been a little.
Stronger, more
pungent.
corpse smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Two
just
stars.
didn't feel like
Yeah. 2 stars.
2 stars. More corpse stink, please. Yeah. Okay.
Did
All
not
right,
advertise
so-
the corpse in the middle of the room. 2 stars.
Yeah.
Are you gonna leave or like? Because the thing is, the more time you spend, like you've got it. You did the thing that you need. You've got your diviner.
Yeah.
Now is the time to go, right? Is to strike. Like, yeah, you could be like, let's take a long rest and whatever, but
Nope, I'm ready to go for.
clock's ticking.
Yeah. I mean, I'm ready to go as well, but I know Broken Promises and maybe even Ramus need to
Do a
sleep.
short rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, short rest is. I mean, they're both like whatever, but yeah, do you want to take a short rest?
I know.
I don't know if that helps me at all, but I can get.
You won't get
some
spells back,
hit
but
dice.
you get hit points. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you not get half your spells back, or is that only wizards?
No, I have to wait.
Okay.
I think sorcerers have to wait. a full-
Spend your sorcery points to get your recharge your spells if you're a sorcerer. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Well, and I guess Berg just posts it.
Now what? We going? Are we resting? And if so, where?
We can't rest here. And I think I like look upstairs when I say that, and I see like the owner of this place. He's probably just staring at
Yeah,
us.
he left when there was a fight. He didn't hang around and watch the fight from the mezzanine. Yeah,
Okay.
you look around and the place seems empty.
Is there a like equivalent of a cash register somewhere on the bar, like somewhere where we would keep all the money?
Ramus has all the money.
Is there a cash register though?
I think he's just saying to
No.
pay the
Okay.
guy for.
There would be like a vault. There'd be a vault where they would store it after they like take it, but you don't see one around.
Okay. Gotcha.
Just throw money at him from above, or you see him like, "Eh, he's not above. Everybody left. Never mind.
He's left.
Just
Yeah.
fuck him. Fuck him.
Yeah,
Whatever,
I
we're
look
gone.
around and I don't see him. Ooh,
That's we're PCs. That's what we do. We destroy things and we leave.
yeah.
Yeah, but like this time he actually can't track us down. We're gonna be in a different fucking plane of existence. So
It's true.
Suck on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I look at Berg and look to the rest of them. Broken Promises needs a rest. Ramus, are you good to move?
I feel like we need to get out of the city while we still can. And then we'll rest on the road.
I know a place where we can probably go. It's a little bit further down the way. He won't be happy to see me.
It's fine. We'll have to give the diviner a chance to figure out where to go anyways. Just need a place to
Yeah. So when you
rest up.
when you turn, you see that he's standing up from his like hiding behind a table position. You see a little action. He stands up and he's just like blanket wrapped around him. He gets up and he's like he looks around. Like it's very bright in here. Are we going somewhere?
Does anyone have clothes for him? Stupid blanket.
And he looks over at Amira and he's like, he smiles. Gun Princess? Oh, it's good to see you. I'm glad that you're. Why are you dressed like that? Are you taller than you were before?
I'm tying stuff
And
together.
she doesn't understand. She doesn't
Yeah.
understand anything he's saying. And she turns to you, Maharim, and she's like, "Why is this man staring at me?"
Yeah, I'm like cinching something down in a bag and kind of nonchalantly just say, "Your friend recognizes you. You knew him in your former life. Do you have anything you wish to say
I
to
was
him?"
She's like, I was friends with this weakling. Look at him. He's pathetic.
You were quite good friends.
No, I have nothing to say to him.
Fair enough. I think for a second and then switch to comment.
Yeah.
She says hello, but we'll explain once we get on the road. Some things have changed. She's not the
Oh,
gun princess you knew.
all right. It's fine. Where are we going?
Well, first, we're going to find a friendly location outside of the walls of opportunity. And then we're going to put you to work, doing what you do best.
Yes, that sounds lovely. I haven't had a chance to do any work in a long time. I've been somewhere very bad.
You're somewhere very good now, aren't you?
Yes, my friend Ramus, and he leans out to put his hand on your shoulder, Ramus, and just totally loses his balance. Just falls towards you.
I got to
You
pick
just let
him up.
him hit. Yeah, you stop him before he falls. So and he leans
Yeah.
in, he's hanging on you, and he's looking at Broken Horse. He's like, my friend Ramus made sure to take care of me. He may not look like much, but I like him a lot. He's a good friend. And if you are ever in trouble, Ramus will take care of you. And he's just petting the side of your face.
I throw the bag over my back. Should we carry him out, or is he going to be able to carry
I
himself?
can walk. I can walk. I'm fine. It's been a long
I'll guide
time,
him.
and that the gas hit me a bit fast. I don't know. It was stronger than usual. It's just been a bit. I'm fine.
I have a question about Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah.
I want to meet up with him again. Did they take that knowledge from me?
He is a personal friend of yours and not part of the intelligence structures that you built up for your boss.
Okay. So I'd
no.
have some means of getting in contact with him.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
I think that would have been prearranged and he's waiting for you somewhere. But
Okay,
yeah.
cool. All right.
I
So
think
then,
that's
we'll
easier.
I'll just tell everybody we have a prearranged meeting point with Mr. Nice Guy. He's going to get us out and accompany us to the void, whatever void.
Mr. Nice
we
Guy.
live.
I know him. He's a
Yes.
friend of the business. He helped us broker a deal with Aorta. Oh, we owe Aorta money. We should go. I have to go to the market, Ramus.
I killed Aorta.
Whoa.
Oh, did you? Oh, thank you so
Berg.
much.
Berg helped.
You killed Aorta.
He turns to you, he looks at you, he's Berg. Thank you. Thank both of you. How we can keep my money. I've lost my purse, but the business will be so pleased. It smells like something bad in here. Can we go?
Is everyone ready?
Yes.
Yes.
We should go quickly.
All right, let's go
We
find
can
your
rest
friend.
when the destination is reached. All right. I may need a shoulder to lean on while we go, but I know the way.
Yeah, I think I usher you in front of me and take lead on this, and we're just gotta go find Mr. Nice Guy.
And while we're leaving and walking out, I trying to get the attention of Little Action. Little
Okay.
Action was
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Was that
And he
him?
turns
Little...
to you, and he says, Yes, that's what my former companions called me, though I seem to have been forgotten by at least one of them.
Mm.
It's a shortening of a longer thing that I can't at the moment remember the rest of, but yes, you could call me that. You're quite lovely. You could call me whatever you like.
Why, thank you. You're not too bad yourself. My name is...
Kind of just like, he's wearing a dirty blanket, and he's just like, I'm fine. Thanks.
My name is Unfailing Redeemer of Broken Promises. And then she stops for a second. Tries to remember why she's called that.
And he points at you. He's like, I know that face. I've seen that face before. I had a friend whose name was both legs got chopped off. But he had both his legs. And nobody knew why he was called that. He had that face quite a lot as well. It'll come to you. Or you'll get both your legs chopped off. I can't remember the rest of the story.
I don't think that name fits me anymore. I'll have to think. Well, it's nice to meet you all the same. I hope you're as good as your friends say you are, because obviously I've had to go through quite an ordeal to get you back.
They told me before they dragged me up out of that stinking pit, took me from the wolf's jaws. I had a friend out here, and if that was you and them, then I am sworn to you in debt. You were going somewhere very special.
Indeed. And I will say, as the person who was most directly responsible for freeing you, if you lead us there, and you get us to where we're going, consider your debt paid.
The business always handled the debts, but I suppose I'll have to do that for myself now. Very good. Tell me when you decide what your name's going to be. We should catch up. You're getting ahead of us.
And yeah. Go.
Okay. All right. So you head off to meet with your friend, and I think we'll end her there. We'll pick up next time with the reunion. I am so excited that you suggested what I think you suggested, JP. I feel like I can't wait to have one. If it goes that way, one last scene there would be really great before all of you took off. That would be super cool.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we will try. Well, cool. Let's do some shout outs, and we'll do some XP and make some new goals and call it a show. Zeke, why don't you start us off? Do some shout outs for us.
You bet. What's up, everybody? My name is Ezekiel III. Thank you for watching today. What a great episode, in my opinion. I had lots of fun imagining different things, the stage, the reanimation of Yotozo. It was just a fun-filled day filled with lots of colorful stuff. And I appreciate you guys coming out week in, week out. Without you, we don't have a show. We just have a game. So thank you. And thank you to my table mates, Dan, Max, JP, Adam, for facilitating this every week and making it a highlight of my week every week. You can find me at /Ezekiel_III on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. I'll be on Drop Frames tomorrow. And after that, Nocturne, which is another role-playing show if you like role-playing shows, which is kind of a modern day supernatural kind of a show, like that, that WB show, but way more intense. So you want to watch that? Good. I'll be back playing video games at noon at Pacific on Thursday.
Awesome stuff. Thanks for being here. Max, do some shout outs for us, sir.
Hello, guys. I'm GassyMexican, or Max. Variety caster here on Twitch. Do some YouTube here and there. I'm back now, so I'm going to be casting a little bit later on tonight. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be playing. Maybe some more Hitman 2. I might try out some other stuff. I don't know. But thanks for watching this show. It was good to get a full show in. And yeah, I'm excited about getting the fuck out of the void. And yeah, That's the best way to send off that I could think of, I guess, for Yota. We'll talk about it in the post show more. But thank you guys so much for watching and being interested in the show. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.
Awesome stuff. Mr. DansGaming, some shout outs, sir.
Hi, I'm DansGaming, /DansGaming on Twitch. Bridie Schumer, currently playing through They Are Billions single player campaign on the hardest difficulty. It's really fun. Thanks for having me on the show again. Another fun episode. That was a fun battle, and I cannot wait to get out of the necropolis. We've been working on it for so long. It's about to happen. We'll see what happens next week.
Awesome stuff. Last but not least, Mr. Adam Coble, some shout outs.
It's me. It's my turn. Hooray. I will start by saying that if you have questions about the world of Court of Swords or the action from today's episode or any of that stuff, take yourself from here and go over to community.itmeJP.com and check out the Court of Swords board over there. I put up the Q&A for today's episode. Just linked it in chat again. It's always fun seeing questions and answering them. Because honestly, sometimes people ask me stuff and I'm like, that is insane. I would never have thought of that. Now I'm thinking about it. Thank you. So go do that. If you want to, you can find me doing my own stuff on Twitter at Skinnyghost or at twitch.tv/Adam Coble. And if you're planning to, and I hope you are, tune in to our spy game one shot that is coming up on the 8th. You can find out more about that game if you come over to my channel tomorrow at, I think, 11 a.m. Pacific. No, it's in the afternoon. It's 1 p.m. Pacific. I'm doing a first look. So we're going to be taking a look at the rules and flipping through the book and talking a little bit about how the game is going to work. So if you're interested in checking it out before we do our one shot here on RollPlay, come over to my channel tomorrow at 1 or check out my YouTube, which is where it will be. That's it.
Awesome
Let's
stuff.
give some experience. You did some things, friends.
We did indeed.
So let's see. Okay. Who is level 12 and who's level 13?
Zeke's the only person level.
I'm 12. Yep.
Zeke is 12. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. I felt like I was a waiter. Who ordered the burger? Okay. Ramus, you rescued Little Action.
Mm-hmm.
And as a result, you worked on finding the claim and escaping the necropolis because you needed him for both. So Ramus, today you're going to get, let's see, let's do the math. 4,400 for your goal. And then for working on 2 more goals, it's 650.
Yep.
650.
For 13th.
Okay.
1,500.
Yeah, so 1,300. Okay, so 77. Yeah. No, 47. Let me do the math again. 4,400 for the first one. Everybody's getting so much experience. And then 650. And then 650. So that's 13 plus 4,400. Okay. Yeah, 5,700. 5,700 for Ramus. I'll make a note in case we need it later. Okay, cool. So you can tell me if you want to keep those goals or add another one. I'll come back to you. We'll loop back around. So Broken Promises, you did 2 of your goals. You did two easy goals and worked on another one. So you get 600 plus your 2 fulfilled ones.
Whoa. Those were easy goals? Oh,
Yeah, because you didn't have to. You had something to offer. You just offered it to them, right? It wasn't like you had to like make a ton of rolls, or there was no risk to like your health. Yeah.
There wasn't? Okay.
No, not really. You had what they needed. The only risk was getting in and getting out, and even then, you could have just like, yeah. Anyway, so but an easy goal is still a lot of experience. So you are level 12. So you get. Let's see, 2 and 2, I think. So, Broken Promises, 4,600.
Okay.
There you go. Okay. So, Berg, you had Rescue Little Action and Safeguard Ramus. Ramus is safeguarded. So you did two easies. Because you didn't have to do the hard work on the other one, but you're level 13, so they're worth slightly more. So for you, it is 4,400 plus 650. So Berg, 5,550. me just double check the math. I want to make sure everybody gets the XP they deserve.
5550.
Hold on. It is 4,400 plus 650, 5,050, 5050.
5050. Okay.
Yeah.
I shall take it.
And then Maharib, you collected Yotazo's remains. And the oath between Amira and Broken Promises will be resolved when you like get out, right? Because you promised to help Broken Promises leave.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you worked on 2. Good work, everybody. So much experience this time. And you resolved 1. And you are level 13, so that's 2,200. Okay. So let's see here. 2,200. Okay. So Maharib, 3,500 for you.
Cool.
Okay. All right. So, Ramus, for the next session, what do you want your goals to be?
I'll keep the 2 I have, and then the new one will be find the exit of the world, or find how to get find in the vein how to get to the next place.
Yeah, right. Like learn how to use the vein as a door back to the world.
Yeah.
Something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, because you're like we know we need to go to the vein, but once we get there, we don't know what to do with it. So now, so that's like you want to make sure you're prepared for when you get there, how to use it. Okay, learn how to use the vein to get back to the world. Okay, nice. All right, Broken Promises. What would you like your 2? Because I assume you want to keep lead us safely out of the city.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's see. Traverse the void or traverse the vein.
Okay.
Meaning like
Go in one
step
side and
through
come
the door.
Go in.
Yeah.
Go in one side and come out the other. Okay.
Yeah. And fuck. I'm trying to get inside Broken Promise's head and see what she wants to accomplish. And those are the 2 big ones. Come back to me. I'll try and have a third.
Okay. All right. Berg, what do you want your goals to be?
It's tough for me and for Berg to think of a goal, because Berg really just all he wants is to get the fuck out of the void, and that's his number 1 goal. The other 2 were there, but now that those are done,
so you can break it down, right? If all you want is one thing, if Berg is just like, let's get the fuck out of here, you could be like, leave the city, traverse the vein, escape the void. Right? That's just like, get out.
Yeah.
You want to do that?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Because it doesn't really have ties to this world and stuff, Now that
I mean that's all. That's totally reasonable. Yeah, it's totally fine to just be like, get out of here.
Stuff that Berg would really give a shit about, but no, he's like, we're all together. We're all trying to get the fuck out of here. That's all I care about.
Like, let's go. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so Maharib, what do you want yours to be?
We'll keep escape the void, honor the oath between Amira and Broken Promises, and then the third one will be convince Bugfucker to let us stay at the farm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, because while we're talking about this at the like a player level, Ramus, learn how to use the vein to get back to the world. Somebody used to be like a big falutin scientist, right? And then he lost all his memories. So there definitely might be stuff at his base that would lead you to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My only hope is that, and we'll talk. Actually, I'll say what my only hope is in the post show.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just wait.
All right.
We'll just wait.
Find out what his only hope is in the post show.
Also, secondly, we'll throw another teaser out there. I looked at my character sheet after all that business with Yoda and got really fucking sad, and I'll explain why in the post show. Because one of these things is just like, it's just great. It's just perfect for what
Broken Promises. Do you have another goal? Have you figured out your third one?
Yeah, research the void, or research because I have researched the other side of the void as one of my like goals that I put like in my other category. I want to know, like, I want to get information out of all of my party members, as well as Little Action, to see if I'll fucking survive going through this shit. Like, how would you like condense that?
Jesus, like learn something about the world. And I mean the world in like capital T, capital W, like the world they came from. Like it depends on how deep you want to go. Cause like know everything about everything is like kind of like
No, I mean like because I can't necessarily find out if I will survive before I go through.
Yeah. So like
I know like Mara had done it, but like
learn if learn how to survive in the world. Or learn if I can.
Okay.
Or like learn about the nature of the world. Like yeah. How
learn
do you
if it's possible to survive on the other side.
Okay.
Cool. Everyone all good?
All right. Yeah.
All right. That's it. That's it for this week on Court of Swords. We will see you guys next Tuesday for more. We'll see you guys then. Have a good one. Bye-bye.